Good morning, friends. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Renee. I hope you guys are staying safe and healthy and that everything is well. So with everything that's going on, I thought it would be helpful to share my working from home routine with you guys, as well as some tips on how to stay productive when working from home. Outside of YouTube, I am a digital marketing coordinator and I've been working remotely for a year now. I have definitely had my fair share of experiences showing me what works and what doesn't work when trying to stay focused working from home. It can definitely be challenging at times, but there are so many different practices that you can try to implement to make the transition a little bit easier for you. Now let's get into the video, you guys. Now that you don't have your normal commute, whether that be an hour-long drive, 30-minute long drive, take this time to have a peaceful morning and to transition slowly into your day. Get up early. I would say stick to your normal routine that you had when you were going into the office. Start slow and add some self-love practices to your routine. I get up between 6 a.m. and 6:30 every single day, and that gives me 2.5 hours to really ease into my day and have a more positive morning rather than just jumping right into work and starting my day with any stress-inducing activities. In the mornings, I always make my bed, and it feels like I have my ish together when I do this. I mean, it's such a simple thing to do and you truly feel accomplished right at the start of your day. In the mornings, I try to always make time for 2 things minimum. And that is getting inspired and motivated by listening to a podcast or reading a book, and practicing self-awareness by meditating and journaling. When I journal, I set my intentions for the day and I plan out what I want to accomplish. And what you want to accomplish doesn't technically have to be just work related, it can be personal development as well. After getting up, I start to get ready as if I was going into the office. This sends a signal to our brain that we're ready to start our day. And it really prepares us for work and like getting into that mindset. And energetically, when we get ready for the day, I'm sure you've experienced this as well, but you just feel a lot more confident in yourself. You feel like you can conquer anything and you feel like you're unstoppable. By getting ready, it's easier to feel motivated and energized rather than lazy, like when we're in our sweatpants. And it's because we correlate with being in our sweatpants with a lazy Sunday morning, very cozy. So we want to get out of that mindset and we want to step into a productive mindset. And to help with that, physically getting ready is going to help make that connection in your brain. Now, if you don't like to wear makeup, I'm not saying wear makeup. Do what you normally do and do what makes you feel most confident. I do have days where I don't put any makeup on, I don't get ready, I stay in my sweats, and I'm basically a potato all day. But I notice that when I do kind of go into the workday like that, I don't get as much done. So I do like to get ready and put on my makeup and act as if I'm going into work or I'm having a very important meeting that day. I just feel like there's nothing holding me back, if that makes sense. Also, before I even sit down to work, I make sure that my environment is clean. I'm in a 1-bedroom apartment and I'm working in my living room, so it's easy to get distracted by clutter, especially for me. I hate when things are messy or unorganized. It gives me anxiety. So in order to alleviate that and to get ahead of it, I make sure before I even start working that my living room is clean, that the kitchen is clean, that it's easy to get snacks if I need to, that it's easy to clean up after myself if I need to, like ensuring that the dishwasher is empty. It helps me to stay productive while I'm working from home. It helps me to stay focused and be on my A game. A messy environment means a cluttered mind, and a cluttered mind means that you can't be your awesome, hardworking self. Since a lot of people are just transitioning to working at home, make sure that you do have a designated work area. Try not to move around too much. Also, just never, ever, ever work in your bed, and try not to even work in your bedroom if possible. Now, I understand if you have a studio apartment, that's not really easy to do. So just make sure it's as far away from your bed as you can. Working from your bed can cause insomnia, and it can prevent you from being able to shut off your brain at the end of the day. Also, when choosing where you're going to work, make sure you're close to a lot of natural light, a window if possible, and somewhere where you can open and get some fresh air to prevent the energy from getting too stagnant and boring and weighed down. So right after saying good morning to my colleagues, I take a mental note of any meetings that I have in the day, and then I plan out my day. So one thing weird that I do but actually really works for me is I only write down 4 tasks at a time, from most important to least important. I do this because when I see all of the things that I have to accomplish in a day, I tend to get a little bit overwhelmed. Come here. Hi. Oh God. Oh God. Hello. Oh God. Writing in chunks helps me to stay on task and actually hopefully 100% complete something. Whereas when I don't write in chunks, I tend to jump around a lot and I can never get anything done. So since I have you guys here, I am going to plan out my day with you and talk out loud and give you an example of what kind of tasks that I'm writing down. I'm not writing down any of my daily tasks like checking my email or checking the calendar or anything like that, because that's already, you already know you're supposed to be doing that. So this morning I plan on finishing the About Us page on our website. We are going through a redesign and I've been tasked with that. That's my long-term project. And then I need to work on outlining a campaign. I need to finish up a short message that's going to be attached to our quotes. And I also need to create some graphics in Adobe Illustrator. Hey guys, so I'm back and it is now 11 o'clock and I'm feeling a little bit snacky, and I'm sure y'all are with me on that one, but it can be so easy to overindulge on the chips, on the candies when you are working from home because your pantry is so much more accessible. So I highly recommend planning out your snacks the night before or in the morning when you have that extra time, and make sure you're still eating a balanced diet. I don't know about you guys, but whenever I have snacks at my desk, I'm a lot more productive for some reason. Not sure why. It's just, I guess I'm just a snacky gal. Okay guys, so it is now lunchtime. I cannot stress this enough, but you need to disconnect and take a break. Turn off your laptop if you can. Put down your work phone. Don't bring it with you to lunch. If you have time, get outside, go on a short walk, go in your backyard and get some fresh air. I'm going to cook up some leftovers from last night. I unfortunately don't have time to go on a walk today, but when I do and it's nice outside, I do try to take Izzy out for a walk so that she can get some exercise too. And it's a great way to fully just get your brain on something else and then come back to work and be able to dive in 100% again and stay productive. Hey guys, it is now 3 o'clock and I am getting a little unproductive. Now, it's so easy when you're working from home to get distracted because there are so many things that you could be doing. For example, doing your laundry, you could be wanting to clean your bathroom, you could be wanting to vacuum. And it's because we're not used to working from home, especially if you are just transitioning into this model because your business is affected by the coronavirus. So one how to work from home tip that I have found that works for me is to work in chunks of time when you're having a really hard time staying productive. So what I mean by that is setting a 30-minute timer on your phone, and you have to work for that entire time. You cannot get distracted. You have to power through and get through that 30-minute timer. After that 30 minutes is up, spend like 10 minutes if you can, or if you feel comfortable, just relaxing, doing whatever is on your mind. It could be doing the laundry, like I said before, playing with your dog because she keeps dropping toys at your feet. As long as it's something that satisfies you wanting to get away from your desk and allows you to also come back at your desk after the 10 minutes is up. And then continue doing that. Continue setting the 30-minute timer, and eventually you will be done with your workday, and then you can completely disconnect. Okay, so it is officially 5 o'clock and it's time to sign off. When I first started working remotely, it was really difficult for me to set boundaries, and I would work off and on until like 7 o'clock. I would just get so caught up on feeling like I needed to complete every single task, and I didn't know how to basically manage my time. I have since learned that it is of no use to anybody else in the company to be exhausted the next day. So this is my final how to stay productive working from home tip, and I guess working remotely tip, is to set your boundaries. You have to be strict with yourself about cutting off from work completely when you're supposed to. Also, if you guys are having a hard time right now with being self-quarantined and being stuck at home, I do have a video on 10 things that you can do when you're stuck at home that are productive, and I posted that last week. I will add it as a card for this video so you can watch it right after this if you would like to be inspired with some fun things that you can do while you are stuck at home. Also, guys, just remember to not be so hard on yourself. Take it slow. So many people are being forced to work from home in these very strange situations, and it's okay to get distracted and not be used to it. Just take your time, be patient with yourself, and simply keep trying your best, and it will all work out. Please feel welcome to subscribe to my channel if you want some more positive content in your life. I would love to help. Also, give this video a thumbs up if you found some sort of value here. I really hope you did. Leave a comment down below with some tips that you might have working from home. It could be really helpful for somebody else that might be watching this video, and we are all in this together. So remember to practice social distancing. Stay home, guys. Don't go out to your friend's house and party. Like, cut it out right now so that we can finally kick Rona in the booty. See you guys next Sunday. Bye.